And just like that, everything I said after game 2 now feels irrelevant. Those first 5 minutes were so much fun. I was running around my living room telling let's go for the kill shot now, show them no mercy. I was so happy watching those first 5 minutes, and they jumped out to a 19-4 lead, and then all of a sudden we're doing rotations like it's the regular season. Let's pull out Wemby and let's put in Luke Cornett and Keldon Johnson while the team's on a heater. And then it all goes to crap. The bench has been terrible all series. This was easily the worst offensive game plan of the entire series. I have no idea what Mitch Johnson's game plan was out there, because guess what? The Spurs just shot another 3. I can hear it in my backyard. Oh, there's a brick. There's another one. Sources tell me they just shot another 3. No good. 13 of 41 from three-point distance. Over 50% of their attempts came from beyond the arc, and it felt like that was the only thing they were shooting. The entire offensive game plan from the second quarter, not even the second quarter, from the moment that Wemby checked out in the first quarter after the big run to literally the entirety of the game, it was, we're just going to shoot threes. Everyone's going to stand around the three-point line, and they're just going to shoot threes. The 7'5" dude is going to stand on the wing, and he's just going to shoot threes. Every time, it felt that way. And then when they tried to run a set, when they tried to run a pick and roll, Oklahoma City broke up the first look, and then the Spurs were confused, and they had no idea what to do. Stephon Castle was put in that position so many times. Had to take a bad shot. Wemby had to take a bad shot, because guess what? The first time Oklahoma City broke that pick and roll set and their first look was denied, they didn't know what to do because the rest of the team is just standing around waiting for something to happen. There's no off-ball movement. There's no creation happening to get the ball handler something to work with. It's a pick and roll, and if it doesn't work, then they don't know what to do. Or it's swing around the perimeter until let's shoot a 3 that doesn't go in. Like, it's felt like this, they only just shot 3s. They literally lived and died. Emphasis on the die by shooting 3s. That's all they did. That is legitimately all they did. And this loss falls on 2 really big areas of this game. Mitch Johnson and the bench. The bench has been non-existent. Keldon Johnson has been unplayable. Luke Cornett, the only time he looked decent tonight was when they were doing the French vanilla minutes. They had a connection between Cornett and Castle at one point, but even then, that was in the first quarter when Oklahoma City started making the comeback. It was 19-4, then they went on like a 9-0 run, and then it was 13-19, and then Luke Cornett and Castle connected for a lob. But like, it's just, the Oklahoma City role players are outshining San Antonio's role players. Mark Daigneault is outshining Mitch Johnson. And you think heading into this game when you're going to get your all-star point guard back and you're going to have Dylan Harper, you're going to have your full rotation, you think that things are going to go well. De'Aaron Fox got things going with that first look off the screen, and he got the bucket. De'Aaron Fox was great tonight. He played really well. He was one of the few guys with a positive plus-minus. He did what he was supposed to do. Stephon Castle didn't play on ball as much, had less turnovers. Guess what? They cleaned up the turnover problem, but they shot 13 of 41% from 3. And it's all they did. It looked like a 2K26 rec team, just shooting 3s out there. You're letting your 7'5" dude just stand on the wing and wait for the ball to come so he can shoot it. That's not offense. That's not basketball. It's a shoot-around. It was a shoot-around. That's what it was like. They come out the gate so strong. We lost game 2. Let's defend home court. And they come out with so much energy, so much firepower, attacking the basket, taking good shots, moving the basketball. And then it didn't exist for the rest of the game. It just didn't exist. They thought it was over. I have no explanation for how you come out and play with such energy, tone, and pace to set the standard, and you just let Oklahoma City's role players dog walk you. I love Jared McCain. I love Jay Will. I used to go to church with Jay Will. We should not be letting them have playoff career highs. Just feasting. I've said since game 1 that the biggest thing was that the Spurs aren't going to be able to double team Shai Gilgeous-Alexander because the Thunder have players who can beat the Spurs. That was the task versus Minnesota. Make someone besides Anthony Edwards beat you. This is not Julius Randle and Jaden McDaniels anymore. You got Jared McCain, Chet Holmgren, Jay Will, Alex Caruso. Eventually, they'll decide to guard Alex Caruso because a 29% three-point shooter in the regular season is shooting 60% from three? The point is, the Thunder have these players who can beat you when you force the ball out of SGA's hands. That was something that we knew heading into game one, and that hasn't changed. They keep letting Alex Caruso shoot threes. They keep letting Cason Wallace shoot threes, or Jay Will. They're just... Julian Champagnie is struggling defensively because they're just blowing by him. They're blowing by everyone. All the role players for the Oklahoma City Thunder are just creating the gap. The gap is so much bigger right now between the Spurs role players and the Thunder role players, and that's surprising because the Thunder have really good role players, but at least we thought the Spurs did. The Spurs had so much depth in the regular season, and right now it's just not there. It's not there. Even with Dylan Harper back on the bench, you figured maybe there could be something going there, but it's not there. I don't even have anything to say about the officiating tonight. Because here's the thing. The officiating was a foul fest. Felt like they were calling a foul every single possession. But it was an even foul fest. 28-25 in the foul margin. Both teams shot 33 free throws. It's not like it was dramatically different. Sure, I was expecting a really bad officiated game when Wemby got called for a hold after not getting a single hold call all of game two, but it wasn't. It was bad officiating for both teams. Both teams shot a bunch of free throws. The Spurs had a huge third quarter margin in the free throw areas, and it's just, I can't even say anything about it. It was an even foul fest for both teams, so I can't even put a blame on that. I was about to say, hey, the Thunder could get away with stuff, but, even tonight, it's just, no one was really getting away with anything because it feels like everything was being called. It's just, it felt like after I said that the Spurs were capable of winning the series after game two, it just feels like a punch in the jaw. Because the fact that you come out in home court and you play like that in a game where you're just settling. The Spurs have struggled when they just settle for threes. Their identity all season has been play through your guards, get downhill, attack the basket, get the 7'5" demigod shots underneath the basket. That has been the identity all season, is playing to the speed, playing to the pace of this young, fast, exciting team. And the second they get in the half court, they're like, let's slow things down. They're wasting half a shot clock, dribbling it out, waiting for some sort of screen to get someone open, and then no one else moves. The Spurs were wasting possessions all night by just sitting in the half court and waiting for something to happen that just wasn't going to happen. They don't play well when they try to settle and get slow in the half court. If you're a Spurs fan like myself, you've been able to see that all season. You've been able to see how this team gets out and plays to their speed and plays to attacking the basket. They had 40 points in the paint tonight. They scored 108 points, and 40 of them came from in the paint. And they normally average a lot more. They just weren't attacking the basket. They weren't. I don't get it. It feels like this was a game where you had the opportunity to just come out swinging, and you did. You threw that first punch. And then your killer instinct was just gone. You just fall flat. I got nothing. Between the offensive game plan just being terrible, the bench being unplayable, and just rotations not being there either. You kill all momentum by pulling out the guys who are hot. I'm not saying the Spurs would have won the game had they kept Wemby in at the first quarter, but it feels like every single game Wemby comes out at the 7-10 mark, somewhere around there. You have to play through the hot hand, and Spurs fans have said all season that Mitch Johnson struggles to play through the hot hand. This was a game that the Thunder looked like the defending champions, and the Spurs looked like this was their first Western Conference Finals, and that sucks because the narrative that all season has been, what experience? The Spurs have ran with, we don't care about experience, and this was a game where it just looked like you didn't have experience. Looked like a game where the head coach didn't have experience. It looked like a game where the veterans just didn't show up from an experience standpoint by telling someone, let's do something different. At some point, your players have to realize that something isn't working. As a head coach, you have to realize something isn't working. Like, I want to say, yeah, the Spurs players dropped the ball by shooting 13 of 41 from three, but when you're a head coach allowing your team to shoot 41 three-pointers after it's clearly not working, there's something else going on that we have to talk about. You can say, oh, what if they made it? Well, guess what? We'll never know. We'll never know. And right now, the Thunder just simply looked like a better team. They really did. And now, Spurs' backs are against the walls. If you lose and you go into Oklahoma City down 3-1, it's probably over. You have to get this one. This is the most important game of the Spurs season. And you got punched in the mouth. What are you going to do about it? And guess what? Now you might be without De'Aaron Fox again. Like, the hits just keep coming for the Spurs. Like, even Lou Dort. The one time Lou Dort was involved with an injury for the Spurs, it wasn't even dirty. Like, Fox is fighting, bro. He's just fighting through this pain. He's fighting for his team. And now you might be without him again. It's just, the hits keep coming. This was just a god-awful night for the San Antonio Spurs. But you know what? I'm still making reaction videos about it, and hopefully we're going to still keep putting these out because I would love if the Spurs kept winning. But man, hopefully the Game 4 reaction video is a different story. So to make sure you don't miss that video, make sure you like this one first of all and subscribe if you're not already, and make sure you hit that post notification bell so you never miss a reaction video here from Tyler Glasscock on Ty Talk Sports. And until on Sunday, I will see you guys next time, as this is Ty Talk Sports signing off.